Hello and welcome to Talking Crass. I'm John and I'm here with my co-host, the Beetroot.
Hello, people.
We've just come watch Alien Covenant and we're eager to discuss it, aren't we, Pete?
Eager's one word for it.
I think this is obviously our first film review.
First podcast?
Well, these don't know it's the first podcast.
Excuse me? Do now.
Oh, yeah, well, it is the first podcast, but this is probably the third podcast.
First
Or
professional, semi-professional podcast.
Right, we'll just get on with it.
Might not even be the first one. We scrap it from here on.
At least we haven't started with a shitty news segment this time.
That's a great point.
And there's no talk of IMDb.
Yeah.
Right, so what we're going to say is we'll explain how we're going to rate every film in every podcast. Me and Beat have a standard 1 to 10 scale, but the problem is there is no 10s.
No, we slightly differ on that 10 scale, don't we? Is my 5... Are my numbers the exact same as yours?
I think I'm more embracing pop culture and understand different films.
What the fuck does that mean? Oh.
It means, like, I watched, right, say for example...
So your ability to embrace culture allows you to give something that's actually 5, which equals average. Literally 5 is halfway in between 10 and
Right.
1.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Right,
Oh no, sorry, that would be bad.
I'll throw one in. I've
Okay.
just accidentally punched the mic there. So
I would give an
apologize.
examples of films
Right.
and where you're going to rate them. Well, do you want me to give you a film?
No. I'm gonna throw one in now,
Okay.
and the audience might understand the point.
Right.
Now You See Me Too.
Right, I haven't seen this.
Right, I watched this last
My
night,
goodness. Right.
and it's a trash film,
Okay.
but I enjoyed it. I
That's a
enjoyed
bit-
the film.
That's a bit of a contradiction.
All them types of films are trash, but you've got to go in with an open mind.
So you have a predetermined idea of what's these sort of movies are going to be like?
I knew it was going to be trash, but I knew
How? Trailer?
I knew it's a magician
Word of
film.
mouth?
It's a magician,
Rotten Tomatoes?
It's a magician film.
A magician film? What a genre that is. The old David Copperfield fucking genre.
I mean, there was no David Blaine's in it, but
Does The Prestige fall in that category?
that's a different kettle of fish.
Exactly.
This is popcorn.
Just
flick.
because it involves magic doesn't make it a magician film. Action. I don't know. I haven't seen the film, so I can't comment.
Anyway, this is popcorn flick. I'd rate the film 6 out of 10. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it.
So what's a 6 out of 10 on your thing? Your scale?
If I watch a film and I come out of the film and go, yeah, it was alright, I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Right.
Like, but if I come out of a film and go, oh, that was average, that's a 5. And then you've obviously got the shit scale going down from 5.
Okay, do you want my scale?
Give me your scale, babe.
We'll start from 5 because that's literally equals average.
Right, okay.
6, good.
Right.
7, great.
Yep.
8, fantastic.
Right.
9, one of the best films I've ever seen.
Right.
10, complete fucking perfection. So 10, you'll never be...
What is perfection?
Everything's...
Pick up a penguin.
Everything's perfect. Everything in the film's perfect. Score. Tone. Pacing. Characters. If it depends... Yeah, sure.
Solid 3 acts.
As long as it makes sense, yeah.
Right.
But that's impossible because you'll never be able to make the perfect film because we're human and there has to be some sort of mistake.
I'm going to throw one into you, Beat.
Anyway, going down from... But right, keep that thought. Going down from 5. 4 equals bad.
Mm-hmm.
3 equals very bad.
Mm-hmm.
2 terrible. 1 the worst film of all time.
So, you know when you get the horror channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say, I don't know, The Snow Beast.
Okay.
Right, a cult classic.
Absolute.
What would you give that?
Right. Do I incorporate
This is the problem with the
watchability
scale.
factors?
This is the problem with the scale.
So, on a literal sense, that's like a 2. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But if you get a couple of mates round Thank you, Windows.
I didn't know what that was.
If you get a couple of friends around
Mhm.
and you say, we're buying Doritos, possibly some alcoholic beverages,
Yep.
even though I don't drink, and we're hiring on...
Totally, beat is totally teetotal.
I know.
Totally teetotal, by the way.
And we're hiring on Snow Beast, you're in for a good time. So, does that push it up the scale? Not for me. I still give it a 2.
I think it would explain.
Like Tommy Wiseau's The Room. Have you seen The Room? You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
I haven't seen The Room. No.
YouTube it, please.
Is Christopher Walken in it?
Educate yourself.
Was that Christopher Walken?
No, he's like a weird, demonised Christopher Walken.
Right, this is not Christopher Walken because that was a hell of a Christopher Walken impression.
And do a better one. These guys. That's the best one. These guys.
Christ, we're going through a heat wave at the minute. I'm
Right.
sweating my balls off here.
So,
Sorry,
Can we-
have you trained for the epic?
can we get on topic and talk about Alien Covenant?
We're back on topic.
Brilliant.
Alien Covenant.
For the viewers,
Right, what we're going to do
listeners, whatever they are,
which are currently 0.
correct, so we're talking to nobody.
I think what we're going to do is, you've got the points in front of you. You hit me with the points, we'll talk about it.
Okay, that's fine.
And then at the end, we'll both give our separate
Opinions in general
and rating.
and scale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so if I remember correctly, we've only got brief notes in front of us what we took while we were watching it. It starts off.
Before we even get into the film review, point, whatever,
Right.
the whole film from this point
Mhm.
will be spoiled.
Yeah.
So either stop the recording now, go watch the film and come back, or if you're an absolute mad dog, listen to it without even watching the film, then watch the film and regret completely everything you've done up until that point. So, with stating that proclaimer,
Yep.
we begin.
Straight into it.
Okay. Point 1. Stole Count Dooku ship idea.
So we're talking about Count Dooku out of Star Wars.
Oh, it's Dooku.
Count Dooku.
So it's Count
No,
Dooku from now on.
Right, we're gonna. You know what? I didn't even pick you up on it.
I know.
I followed your lead. Right, we're gonna say Count Dooku as you've spelled it on it.
I'm also going to incorporate the robotic speech correction on my phone on the notes I've
Right, fair,
taken.
fair.
Okay.
What Star Wars film is it?
Ooh, second one of the shit lot. What is the title of that? That forgettable.
Attack
I can't
the Clones,
remember.
right? Attack the
Attack the
Clones.
Clones.
The fucking stolen the set piece for his ship. Where does he land or does he take off?
No, he's taking off.
There's a fucking parachute.
Yeah, he's taken off from the planet, and there's this big, foily, satellite-looking parachute, or I guess mast.
Mhm.
It's like the mast of a ship, but a spaceship, and they've absolutely one for one ripped it.
It's goddamn Count Dooku's ship.
These motherfuckers, I call them plagiarism.
So inevitably, it fucking breaks.
Of course it does.
Because in the year 2000, what year is it? We even got that 2100 or something like that. Was
I
that
think it's around 78 years in the future.
right? So it's like 2100, something like that.
Yes. The beginnings of the 22nd century.
They've got a fucking parachute on the ship.
And
Like, how impractical is that?
it looks stupid. I mean,
It's there. You know why it's there?
Solar power.
To give goddamn Danny McBride a set piece straight away. So
Danny
you'd say-
McBride's not alive, is he, at the moment? Wait, sorry, not alive.
No, he is because
The only person on the ship at the start is Michael Fassbender,
right there.
Walter.
But he goes out and fixes it
Oh,
to show you that he's like the action guy.
Right.
He throws his cowboy hat on and he goes and fucking does business. That's what he
Right,
does,
right. Ship flies in an asteroid field. What causes the explosion?
I think when they deploy it, it just fucks up. They deploy the parachute and just fucks up.
Right. Anyway, explosions happen. We're introduced to Walter.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, we skipped a bit.
Which bit we skipped?
David creation. He's speaking to good old Guy Pearce.
Oh, Christ, right. Rolling back.
Rolling back,
They've
missed a
got-
complete part of the film.
The
What a
whole
memorable scene.
The whole point, it's cleared up in Alien, what's the first? Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Right? In Prometheus, it's clear to why, instead of just employing an old man to act,
Yeah.
they put, what's the guy called again?
Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce in makeup
The worst.
for 20 hours a day
They must just
and made him 90-year-old.
They must have just wanted to give him a paycheck.
No, because it makes sense in the second film where it's young Guy Pearce and everyone's going, ha ha, yes, now I know what's going on there. That's for people who haven't already watched the bloody YouTube
Or everything on
spoiler
YouTube.
thing. Where I'm sure even Prometheus did YouTube's when he spoke as like a normal
They
guy.
release little web clips, webisodes.
Because now you've got to watch the webisodes, you've
Yeah.
got to watch the Instagrams,
Yeah.
the Snapchats,
Yeah.
the Twitter feeds, or you don't have a fucking clue what's going on in the film.
That's a good idea.
Right. Anyway,
Moving on. We're
So-
introduced to Michael Fassbender.
he plays a piano.
Plays piano.
Guy Pearce tells him that he's his father.
Yeah.
He's like, "Who's your father?" I think he gets a bit pissed off about it, and that's the theme of the film.
That's what kind of creates David's drive.
Yeah.
It's his goal to...
And I think what played a big part was he looked at that the Greek statue,
Ozymandias?
something like that. Christ, we're not clued up on our Greek mythology.
Not at all. I'm just talking about names.
David, that's where he gets his name from. So obviously he idolises not Guy Pearce, but I think he actually idolises the statue that he first sees. He's like, I want to aspire to that.
Or creation.
Mhm.
Moving on.
Anyway, we'll get straight into it.
Moving on. Asteroid
Walters.
Field. Count Dooku. We're introduced to David 2, which is Walters. Or Walter.
He's called Walter.
Who's
It's
like
his first name.
this sovereign robot.
Yeah, but we don't find out later on. Walter is a shit version of David, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's David.
Inhibited.
Yeah, so he hasn't got the ability to create things.
Or the ability to think intelligently for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because David's more so an artificial intelligence,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he has thoughts, dreams. It's weird.
Alright.
He dyes his hair in the first one to look like Peter O'Toole in Lawrence of Arabia.
Aye.
Right, so after we're introduced to David with the scene with Guy Pearce,
Mm-hmm.
we're then back on board the Covenant
Yeah.
with the Count Dooku ship sails.
Yes. Attack the clones.
The Count Dooku.
Count to go.
Count Dooku, mate.
Count to go.
Right. So that runs into problems. It starts exploding for some reason which I can't remember.
The ship. It just explodes.
and
The ship doesn't explode.
and a new AI who looks exactly like David
Mhm.
is called Walter.
But I'll hone in, right?
Yes.
I think at this point they know that David fucked up. I think that the previous, like the humans on Earth,
Yes.
knew that David turned out to be fucking evil. I think that's what it doesn't hint on it, but it kind of does.
Right, yeah.
Why?
So he, as a
He's
reaction,
yeah,
to
but
David.
He's unfair.
Hmm.
Why would you make Walter look exactly the same as a fucking cyborg, which has just nearly like killed a load of people?
That's a great point. In the original Alien films, I believe
Because Bishop wasn't the same as them. What was the first guy called
Bishop,
in Alien?
all the AI looked... Oh, no, he wasn't the same, was
Nah.
he?
What was the first guy called in Alien?
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
I'm not too well.
Weird sex-crazed demon man who tries to choke Ripley out with a goddamn porno mag.
that is it.
It's a bit of a long name.
Right,
It's short. It's like they all had Ripley. They had
yeah.
black guy, John Hurt. They had Hurt. That's what he was called.
Hurt was in it. Ash.
Ash. That's him.
That was guy Ash.
That's it. Milky boy.
Yeah. Milky Ash.
Milky blood.
So then obviously Bishop came, totally different,
Yes.
synthetic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is Walter the same as David? Maybe to save on employing another actor.
That's a possibility.
Maybe
to allow a plot twist to develop later on in the film, which everybody can see coming.
Yes.
We'll get to that later, even though we're
That's
spoiling it.
That's got to be judged, right? Come on, baby.
Okay.
Hit it.
So, point
Where we
two.
up to?
Point two we're on to now. Michael Fassbender. Awful accent.
Right, you picked on this.
Yeah?
And I expanded on it. Because I've seen a film that I don't think you've seen.
I have seen it fully.
Right.
I'm going to make the point. Even before seeing Alien Covenant, Michael Fassbender's accents are awful in every film he's in, unless it's kind of unless they do the
X-Men.
old Sean Connery, where they're allowed to do his own accent. Because is Michael Fassbender Irish or part Irish? You know, he has that Irish twang. If he's in a film, X-Men's awful.
Do you reckon?
What's Magneto? Magneto? Magenta? Magenta Magneto.
What a film, by the way, Memento.
Okay. Wait, Vanilla Sky. Tom Cruise.
Right.
What else? What is that?
What? I don't know what train of thought you're going on.
Magneto.
Magnolia.
Magnolia.
Right, okay.
We're there.
Right, okay.
Getting back to it. X-Men First Class.
He can't do an accent.
Nah, he's meant to be like part German.
Right.
I'm Frankenstein's monster. It's like awful.
So my point I made was not only can he do a bad accent, but he is the character Frank.
Yeah.
Frank out the Frank film.
Who's just a random guy with a big dumb head.
Yes.
Right.
He's Frank.
He just plays Frank.
Watch Frank.
Southern Frank. Oh no, Frank is Southern.
Watch Frank the film.
Yeah.
And then watch Fassbender's performance as Walter in this film.
There you go.
You'll get a shock. I was going to sing a bit of Frank, but then I love you all.
Don't sing it, please.
It's awful.
We're losing viewers.
I actually really enjoyed that film, but that's another
it's
segment. It's
absolutely ridiculous.
You hated it. There's the scale, right? Just
do you want a number? Do you want a number for Frank?
End the scale now. Give us a number for Frank.
3.
C.
3 out of 10. And if in popular culture,
6.
If something like
6 for me, baby.
Some sort of, rating for a film got a 3 out of 10. That is the lowest. What it would actually equate to would be a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10s are now bad, which I don't understand how.
Judging by our scale, right?
Yeah.
You've given the Snow Beast a 2.
Shit, aye.
And then you've gave Frank, which is a lot of people love.
Do they? A lot of people love. Quoted Johnny Boy.
Right, anyway, so Frank gets the guys out of the car with sleep, right?
Right.
And then what happens?
So, third point.
Oh yes, this might be my favourite point of the whole thing.
Don't put characters in danger before introduce it to care about.
This is written exactly. It's sport exactly how he's wrote to people.
Persons I don't care about loses someone they care about within 5 minutes. Turns out to be the Franco.
Beat. The kill Franco.
To kill James Franco.
Killed James Franco.
Now was
within
5 minutes?
I want to say 3.
Okay, could be 3.
I want to say 3 minutes of the film.
People will have to time check. Was Franco?
I didn't even know it was Franco in the bloody. Oh wait, yeah, that's what.
Was the Franco in the advertising campaign?
He was in that cool fucking shot that they cut out of the film.
Like the thing that got us completely back on board for watching Alien Covenant.
We saw the trailer and we're like, this is fucking Prometheus.
This is dreadful.
And
schlock.
And then we saw that trailer and
with the character building and the.
We'll put a link in for the actual trailer because for me.
What was it called? Communion.
On board. I don't know.
Okay, that might be a different trailer.
It's just 8 of the colonists around a table having a laugh, having a drink.
Yeah, and we're building character. We're building a bond to these characters so that when they do maybe in an alien film die, bite the dust, we feel emotion, empathy, fear.
The setup for a good horror film, you need to set your characters.
You need to
invest
time.
Yeah.
Because it makes it more important.
I know that obviously Hollywood studios want to cut as much of the stuff they can out of a film to get the time down, and that was run at 2:02, I think, 2 hours 2 minutes.
That's understandable.
I don't think that's a long film though. 2 hours 2 minutes.
That's understandable, but when you start cutting out major parts, which Prometheus has been hounded out for, by the way. Anyway, so
what happens if you don't see that bit?
If you don't see that bit.
Well, if you don't watch that YouTube video where Franco is in.
Yeah.
This is getting on to our next point.
By the way, that 5-minute video on YouTube still isn't enough, but it's a nice little bit to help us connect with the characters. I watched this film without including seeing that. because I don't think you should have to start watching YouTube videos, reading Snapchats or whatever the fuck you do with them, reading comic books to catch up on prior knowledge, implementing it in the film to have a better going experience.
You want to pay. You want to pay $5.
You pay your overpriced £10. You buy a shitty hot dog. You buy a shitty nacho cheese dip for £55. You get in your seat. Some wanker down at the bottom row has the fucking phone on 9 brightness, and they're getting text messages like you wouldn't believe, and they don't include this vital piece of information, time spent to build with the characters. It's absolutely ridiculous.
So the main character, Daniels, is the main character Daniels or
Daniels?
Danielson?
I don't have a clue.
Is it Daniels or Danielson?
She was a little forgettable.
Right.
If you couldn't deduct from the fact that we don't know if she's called Danielson or Daniels.
So right, the one we really don't care about.
The Franco?
No, I care
We
about...
haven't even been introduced to Franco. We just know the Franco.
I care about Franco.
I care about the Franco. I care about the Franco when he was trying to get in a relationship with that like 16-year-old girl on text sexting her and that. Remember that?
Christ,
that debacle.
Let's not.
Everybody forgets about that. Jim Jam Jenkins don't though. El Beaterino.
People don't forget. A super bad reference for anyone who doesn't know that.
Brilliant.
Right, no, I'm all for Franco, but killing them off within 30 seconds of a film
without even seeing him. You don't even see him in the flesh. You just see him in a video.
Were you bothered
about him dying?
If you didn't know who it was, right? I was bothered.
We didn't see him.
We were bothered because we know who Franco is, and we think he's pretty cool, and he does average to good performances in everything he does.
I actually quite like him. Plant the Apes.
Goddamn Green Goblin.
Green Goblin. He's awful in that.
I know.
What a miscast.
Did you like him?
I like him. But he's good in Plant the Apes. Or maybe he's the worst thing about that film. I don't know. I haven't come to that conclusion yet.
Now you've seen me too. Brothers in it, Dave Franco.
No way. The only good thing Dave Franco's done is, have you seen Bad Neighbours?
Yes.
Have you seen the bit where they turn up the house and he's got the Robert De Niro impression?
Aye.
That is unbelievable. That is the only good thing I've seen his brother do.
I can see Dave Franco using that for every cast he goes into.
Absolutely.
Every film.
So
every film he goes into. I was going to do an impression there, but I can't do an impression.
I mean, you can't do a facial impression on a podcast. Unless technology's advancing.
I was rocking the Dave Franco, Danny... I was going to say
Danny DeVito.
Anyway, moving on. Right, so he dies within like 2 minutes.
5 minutes. And bearing in mind, we haven't actually seen him. All we see of the Franco is a burnt corpse. And we see him in video format.
He gets a space burial.
He gets his typical
generic
jettison into space. He's in a hash and sack, floating out.
Do we see frost?
We see frost.
Do we see frost on his corpse or not?
We see it kind of tilt up into Christ imagery. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it.
Maybe, I don't know.
But it's cliche number 15.
Franco is Christ.
Jettisoned.
Right,
the Franco gets jettisoned.
Moving on.
Oh, we're moving on to sorry. Oh, moving on?
Moving on now, next point. What's your next point you've got written
What
down,
was the point we just went over?
Don't put characters in danger before introduce it to care about person I don't care about loses someone they care about within 5 minutes.
Brilliant.
Turns out to be Franco.
Turns out to be the Franco.
The Franco, sorry. They're on the planet B.
This is directly linked.
They go down.
Recap the story so far. Introduced to Walter, lone AI on the ship. Ship runs into an asteroid belt or something. I still can't remember the reason why it blows up. Count Dooku seals are fucked up. The 5 colonists get woken up.
Red goes out and...
Red from Pineapple Express
goes out
to fix Count Dooku's seals.
So not only does he drive the ship, he also fixes the ship.
And he patches up the John B. The John B. Hoist up the John B. Dooku sail.
He does everything.
He does everything and look good while doing it.
He's the pilot, he's the technician, and he pulls off a great goddamn cowboy hat.
And by the way, I don't think it's fair casting Danny McBride in a film, because he's one of them type of actors that you don't need to give a backstory and I can still like him, just like the Franco. Do you reckon it's very intentional they've done that? That he's one reason could be the fact
you like him without having to give him a backstory.
That's the point. That's the exact point I'm getting at.
But
But I think the main
He wasn't
intention...
bad. I didn't think he was bad in this.
I really liked
I
him
think
in
there
this.
was a couple of lines of dialogue where
There
I'm looking
wasn't
at him
much.
and he's like, he can't really pull off this sort of acting.
There wasn't much dialogue from him, was there?
No, not really. He was just. I liked him. To be fair, right, Red was good in it.
Red
Danny
was great in
McBride
it.
was good.
Danny McBride, I think his name was Houston or some sort of Texas.
Tennessee,
typical, he wears a hat, of course it's called Tennessee. There's cliche 12.
He's Tennessee. He wears a cowboy hat at all times.
God damn.
Unless he's trying to bang Danielson.
And he actually gives the group Jack Daniels whiskey, not sponsored.
Was it actual Jack Daniels?
I can't confirm. I cannot confirm or deny that.
I bet it was fucking good. I bet it was Jack Daniels.
Absolutely. Anyway, moving on.
Right, okay.
So I was recapping the story. Ship gets fixed. They receive a rogue transmission.
Danny McBride gets the rogue transmission in his spacesuit helmet. Yeah. Whilst he's up and fixing the bloody Count Dooku sail.
Which is a song I can't remember.
Anyway, right, so that happens. They decide.
They make the decision.
Can we stop there?
Yeah.
Because this fucking irked me.
Okay.
They're in the ship.
Yeah.
They've got 2,000 colonists in cryosleep.
And 1,000 embryos.
They've got 1,000 embryos frozen.
Yeah.
They've got the guys who were meant to be like man the vessel, in charge of getting them there.
Man in the vessel?
I mean,
look at you, Command and Conqueror.
I'm using terms.
Goddamn Jacques Cousteau.
I'm using terms now. They decide, right? Franco was the captain, right? Franco, did you know that?
Was he?
Did you pick up on that?
I did not pick up on that
Franco
at all.
was the captain. Crudub had to come in, or Crudub, whatever he's called.
Crudub.
Billy Crudub come in.
Mr. Manhattan.
Mr. Manhattan came in, and he's now captain. He must have been second in command.
Right, I get it.
So Franco died as the captain. He's second in command. That's why he's talking to Daniels or Danielson, and he decided to follow this tracker instead of just going, fuck this. We've got a massively important space mission to accomplish. Get to where we need to be. Do that, and then we'll sort them out later. Bearing in mind, there's 7 years. They've got to go.
That was the point he made. It was a 7-year cryosleep in the dawn of.
Here, sorry to put in beat.
Yes.
This really, really hurt us in the film. This is the worst thing for me in the film.
Okay.
You're sending people there to do this massive project.
Major,
save Earth.
Yes.
The saving Earth. And
is it the save Earth?
Their argument for not going is because they don't want to go into fucking cryosleep again for 7 years.
Because it might be dangerous.
Is it dangerous?
I suppose it's not the fact that they would die. It would be the fact that the two.
Right, you get some fish fingers out.
Right.
You defrost them.
Okay.
And you can't freeze them again.
No.
Is it like that?
It's not that at all. You've completely got that wrong.
No, but I'm saying that's what annoyed us about them not wanting to go into cryosleep again. Fair enough.
The reason they didn't want to go into cryosleep again was because, one, they were spooked by the Franco burning into a fucking cinder.
That's what I picked. That's the point I picked up on, really.
And two, the reason that it would be better spending 6 days to go to an apparent habitable system.
I'm not having it. They're leaving it down to luck.
Okay.
And you can't. The guy, right?
Who said he doesn't like luck?
Crudub. Is it Crudub?
Crudub?
Come on, 2 seconds.
Right,
I've
break.
got a laptop in front of us.
Break. We're back.
It is Crudub, right? So we're going to call it
Crudub. Billy Crudub.
It's Billy Crudub.
Brilliant,
right?
One actor.
Wife, Danielson, they're talking in a room and she goes, what you doing? This is a stupid idea. The main lass.
Yeah.
What you doing? This is a stupid idea. Let's just go to the planet and do what we're set out to do, because if we don't do that, things can go wrong.
Yeah. What, like everybody in the audience, everybody in every cinema watching Alien Covenant now in theatres is saying the exact same thing.
It could have like, no, fuck this.
Fuck you, fuck luck.
I'm getting the team together one last time.
One last rodeo, me and Red.
I'm getting the team together. We're going down.
We're going hard. We're in the pipe. 5x5.
So they go down, and cue cliche. Smaller space shuttle going through storm.
Oh, cue every film ever made.
Right, I saw.
Yeah, through a tornado, bad turbulence. It's all going to happen.
How they're going to get out of it? Bang, straight into what looks like
hell.
Really, would you say hell? I was going to say really.
Sorry.
I was going to say a really nice planet.
Okay, that's a bit of a contradiction. That's a bit of a polarisation.
I was going to say really nice planet.
When saying hell, I'm referring to the tornadoes of death. Once they're past hell, they then enter heaven. It's like a reversal.
Alright.
Okay, so I see what you're going to say. So it's scenic. It's like very scenic.
Alright, so you see
Scenic? Scenic,
yeah.
a word?
Okay.
You know.
Yep.
So we've got lakes, lovely lakes, luscious lakes. Very human, by the way. Very Earth-like. What is wheat doing on a planet 9 million years away from Earth? Yeah, well, I don't know. That's a good question. Let's leave that alone.
I tell you what, fuck this.
On to the next thing.
There's no birds. There's wheat planted. I'm jumping back in that. I'm getting the fuck out of there.
You fucking know I am.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so
I'd be a stereotypical black guy in the scary movie franchise. Not in theatres now.
Right. So they get on the planet. They get off the ship.
Right. Onto.
Let's go on to point number.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.5.
5.5. No helmets or spacesuits in an alien atmosphere. Again.
Right. So just because a machine tells you it's you can habit it.
Yes. Perfect atmosphere for the human organism. I don't know if that's the exact line, but it's something like
I
that.
don't know about you, but I'm not taking that fucking chance. Like, I'm going down in a fucking spacesuit.
Well,
I'm putting a helmet on. I'm gonna get the
thing
I'm going
is,
down in a SWAT jacket, and I'm getting the biggest gun I can possibly find.
Absolutely. The thing is, we are idiots. If you don't mind, I'm an idiot. If you want to call yourself an idiot, that's up to you.
Right, I'll roll it. Yeah, we're idiots.
These are. I'm assuming here they've been chosen for this mission because they show some sign of intelligence and are scientists / astronauts / military. Not one person on board thinks to ask the question, should we pop a helmet on to see if any alien organisms in the air may spray into our lungs, orifices, ears, nose, eyes?
I just don't get it.
Not even, forget that, they're not even wearing helmets. The pilots are wearing helmets. They're not even wearing a helmet. I mean, I'm on Earth. It's a breathable air. What if a rocket tied on my head?
And
you know what I mean? It's cracking open.
So anyway, the whole,
I want protection.
The thing Prometheus got battered for. That
Prometheus was even worse. They took spacesuits and took the fuckers off halfway through the film.
But they got battered for it, and like Ridley Scott's like, no, fuck this. You're gonna batter us for that. I'm gonna do the fucker again.
Oh, so it was a reaction? Do you reckon?
Maybe I'm looking into it too much, but I think
that's a fair assessment.
I think he's like,
fuck you. This is my point to prove.
He's took the piss before. I'm gonna take the piss even more here. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on to the next one. So don't have the spacesuits or helmets on again.
Okay.
Right.
So of course, cliche number 79. There's bad radio interference in between the main ship and the carrier ship taking them down the planet. So Danny McBride / Red / unknown character name can't communicate with the ship or understand what anything is happening on the planet itself.
McBride's up on the ship.
Yes.
The main ship.
This is a ship 100 years in the future that can travel through light speed or whatever. It can put people into cryo chutes. That can install little embryos in nice little pods.
Hoist up the John B. Seal.
It can hoist the John B, the Count Dooku.
Right.
But they can't make it through the fog of death, the tornadoes of death atmosphere. Unfucking believable. Anyway, I'm okay to suspend me disbelief there. We'll move on to number 6. Team members, and then in all caps, actually split up, then back to lower caps, shortly after landing on, back up to upper caps, alien planet.
Right. I mean, I can understand them splitting up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can understand it because it would happen.
Would it? Would it really happen? Would you stray that far? What's the reason she gives?
She goes to collect oil samples.
Fuck off. That is not the reason.
She said something about like
collecting samples.
The lass who obviously went. She said, "I need to go and collect some samples."
This is unbelievable.
So I'm gonna do this now and get out of the way with while you go and sort that connection out for.
Yeah, they're on the planet to find the source of the radio transmission.
That's a stupid fucking thing, but if they split the group half, that would have made more sense. Why leave 2 people? Then the rest go up there. It's like 2 people aren't going to be able to defend themselves at all.
Without any spacesuit on.
Without any spacesuit.
Do they even have weaponry? Do all have weaponry?
They've all got like an assault rifle.
Okay.
Was that the assault rifle out of aliens that is like absolutely famous? The unreal.
The pulse rifle?
You know that one?
No, definitely not.
What?
There's not even an assault rifle in Alien.
How good would it have been if they put the assault rifle in that film?
Or maybe, I don't know. How far away is this from Alien?
But then you've got to think they'll want like a bit of a difference on weaponry getting better.
I mean, it's only 100 years in the future.
Judging by this, it says that, which I really can't get my head around now, Alien was set in 2079.
Yeah.
Alien Covenant 2104.
Alien can't be set in 2079.
2104.
Alien can't be set in 2079.
That's what it says on here. It can't be. They've changed things.
They must have changed things.
They've changed things because obviously it's meant to be before the first Alien film.
Anyway.
Yeah, right. So, getting back to it.
Team split up,
and then we've got one guy.
One guy. Who's his name? Nobody fucking knows.
We'll go on the next point. What's the next point, Pete? What's it say?
Next point, the guy we don't have a fucking clue about. Next point
Couldn't
is
tell you what he was called.
take piss cliche, comma, space, lost world, space, don't smoke kids.
It's so he lights up a tab.
Yeah. On an alien planet without a helmet on, he lights up a cigarette.
He goes for a piss by himself, which is the cliche horror.
You're dead.
If you go for a piss by yourself on a remote planet, or even when it's dark in any film,
Yeah.
you're gonna die.
See you later.
Done and dusted. So he does that, and then what happens?
He lights a cig up.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. He lights a cig up.
Yeah. Just had to take a break there while being burped.
Expulsioned. He lights a cigarette up. He's blowing goddamn O-rings out, isn't he?
He fucking
He pulls a cloud.
I forgot about that. He pulls off the perfect O-ring. He pulls off the
I think I burst out laughing.
He pulls off. I mean, that takes people
Like
years
a
to
vape,
master.
like a vape niche
Vape
O-ring.
nations the O-ring out. Anyway,
Unreal.
but that also shows that the particles.
Kind of
But the particles
mix
were,
in.
The particles were alien. Do you see how it like burrowed into them?
Yeah.
They were like mites.
Yeah, aye.
It wasn't like particles. It was like they were real. They were
Physical,
alive. They
tangible.
were physical alive.
It wasn't like
Because it bites him.
unless it's on such a microscopic.
Goes inside him, bites him.
How did
inches
the cloud get released? He stepped on the little boob carriers, didn't he? Little ball sack carriers. He steps on the ground and it releases them
Yes.
like a plant
Yes.
would.
It comes up and
He smokes and it goes into his
by the way, we'll get
earlobe.
back to it, which, to be fair, we said spoilers, but if you'd seen the trailer,
Oh, completely.
there's
I
nothing
forgot to
in
make a
this.
tally of all stuff
Yeah.
ruined by the trailer shots.
If you've seen the trailer, that's the trailer spoils more than what we're going to here. I think.
I actually think it does. I think the trailer spoils more than we have there because we don't know what to say. Anyway.
Right, so that happens, and obviously he gets impregnated somehow by the.
Somehow impregnated. I do not know how.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, he gets the shit name it, and then what's the next point?
Random guy pokes obviously poison alien plant.
So this is a mate. While that's happening,
We cut back to the other team who's investigating the radio transmission. Go.
so they're climbing the mountain.
Yes, absolutely. By the way, as a positive for Ridley Scott, beautiful scenery. Like, look, I mean, he's gone to like Scandinavia or some place like that. It's absolutely all real.
Mate, the film has it's got potential. It's got old school Ridley Scott in there.
It's all just real, beautiful, actual like stuff is there. The characters are in. It's not a set. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're somewhere in Finland.
I enjoy that.
Anyway.
So they're on the little walkabout. They're going up the mountain. The guy comes across something which looks to me like black fungus.
They come across the ship, don't they?
Is it on the ship?
Is that the crash ship? David's crash ship? They come across the ship which Shaw got in Prometheus.
Yeah, because he says...
Oh, it's Shaw's tags.
He gives them a bullshit... When they bump into David, he gives them a bullshit excuse about what he did.
Yes,
lying.
but he says he couldn't make it off the planet.
He crashed the ship down there
right.
after. Anyway, so the guy comes across... Get back to the point, though. The guy comes across some black, mouldy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's the little ball carriers again.
And he proceeds to get down on one knee. He takes a knee.
Yes.
He puts his head into it.
Head directly into it.
And he just
pokes the fucker.
He just pokes it.
Unfucking real.
Beat. If you're in a forest, or... Because...
Sorry, no.
We always take woodland walks. No, we don't.
Of course we do. I could be in a forest. John, imagine yourself on an alien planet.
What I'm going to pose to you is, if you're in a forest...
Yes. And
you see something that looks like that...
A little ball spore carrier.
Are you going to go down on one knee, put your head in there, and poke it?
No, John, I'm not going to propose to the fucking plant monster.
And like you said before, we're fucking idiots.
And we're fucking idiots. Not apparent scientists, astronauts, militants.
So he also gets the spores in him as well by poking the fucking fungus.
Yes.
Which is the stupidest bit of the film, in my opinion. That's the stupidest bit of the film.
That is the most...
You can get away... Fair enough, you've gone for the piss. You've gone for the
piss, but that's just a cliche.
Everyone needs a slash, right? So
yeah.
He went for a piss, and that's a cliche. You don't fucking poke shit that looks like that. Like.
It really reminded us of the first film, Prometheus, where I don't know what you call him, botanist, or he's kind of like the wildlife guy.
The geek. He's like a geek.
What's the word for it?
Mate, Prometheus left that little upon me. I'm not going back.
Right.
I'm not
anyway,
going to talk about
basically, the scientist sticks his fucking face in front of that space cobra, and it snaps his fucking hand off.
Yes, I remember.
It reminded us a lot of that same scene.
It can be Ridley Scott going,
"You fucking dumb idiots!
I don't give a shit about yous. I'm going to put in what I fucking want to put in."
Maybe. Or he's a possible second reason. Just like Prometheus, there was a scene prior to that was cut out of the film, which will later show on a Blu-ray what the real reason was for sticking his face in a cobra.
Yeah, like
space cobra.
Maybe the mushroom hissed at him.
Something like that. Maybe the mushroom went, "Come stick your little fucking face in front of me, bitch." Something like that. Because in the Blu-ray of Prometheus, it was released that apparently the worms were previously seen by the botanist, or whatever you want to fucking... Botanist is flowers, it's not right, but... Whatever.
Right, but then this leads us into be, in my opinion, I think in yours as well,
yeah,
by far the best act of the film.
Oh.
I'd say act. 10 minutes? Was it 10 minutes?
It was probably 20, 10 but when you're having a good time, boy does it go fast. This, it kicks it over fucking gear, doesn't it?
This bit of the film was tremendous.
Oh, what an enjoyable time.
They've done all the dumb shit. So, the two together... She sends out a distress signal because he starts getting a bit ill.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
So the lass who's taking soil samples. Oh, good Freudian slip there. Soil samples is in charge of getting in touch with a girl is the girl on the ship.
Yes, we have somebody back at the little ship which is waiting to transport the crew back up to the main Covenant.
She's like, he's ill. I'm bringing them out. We need to get out now.
Yeah, something's wrong.
She gets in touch with the other guys. Get down the mountain. We'll take them out now.
Yes.
Q, in being dragged, he's getting sicker and sicker as they get closer towards.
Paler, sweating.
You know what's going.
Absolutely
we know
dreadful.
what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we've seen the trailers.
Gets them on the ship. B. I'll let you take it from here.
So we are left with Soil Lady, who is Crudup's wife, I believe.
Is she
partner?
Is she Crudup's partner?
Yes.
Is it is Crudup's partner the one in charge of the ship?
No, that's McBride's.
Is it?
Yes, that's Red's wife.
Right. So, just because you know this is how much we've invested in the characters, that's the bad point.
Of course, we don't have
I don't know who these people are.
Who are they?
Anyway,
getting back to that. So we have three characters who beat the main group back to the little transport ship, which is the guy who took a piss and had a smoke, Billy Crudup's wife, Soil Lady, and the lady who was left to send the transmission back to the Covenant to inform Red everything was okay.
Straight away, I'll put in there. you've got a lovely scene which took us back to the original Alien.
Yes.
Where
Ridley.
they're running through it's a shaky camera.
Yeah, shaky cam. It's tight in. Real nice pan into the face, if that's the right thing to say. The music, it's like bom bom, but it reminds a lot of The Thing. Really sets the tone, builds the suspense.
And I was like, this is the bit where we were taking the piss through the film, and then we like sat up.
You turned like, wow, like really started paying attention.
And we stopped talking to each other. We're like, yeah, well, what's this now?
I know.
Went along the hallway, hid themselves into a medical room, I think it was.
Yeah, of course, to make sure he was okay.
And at this point, there was the last one on the ship.
Yeah.
The soil lady.
Yeah. And Fag Boy.
And Fag Lad.
Sorry, maybe I'll re-appropriate that. Not Fag Boy. Smoking a cigarette man who took a piss. Sorry, we'll call him Piss Man.
He would do awesome O-rings.
Yes, he can vape the life out of it.
I can see him just vaping.
He's got a career.
Annals and like.
Yeah, of course, aye.
So he's in the medical room, and what? He's ill. He's on the verge, isn't he?
He's on the real verge. He's coughing up blood. This is the next point. Lovely blood vomit effect. Practical.
Blood vomit effect goes onto her, goes onto the floor a little bit.
Oh my god, yeah. So he starts coughing up blood. And
then
the next thing we know...
She's slipping on the blood.
No. The next thing we know is his back convulses.
But it happens twice, mate, remember?
Oh, yes.
There's one slip when she's like getting herself around.
Yeah.
And then the other lass comes in, but we'll get on to that.
Right. So he's on the table. He's on the doctor's table. The three are in the room together, and the next thing you know,
you've seen this on the trailer anyway.
You've seen it on the trailer. He's shaking violently, and the back cracks open.
Ooh.
Brutal. It's all CGI, but I'll give it a pass.
This is the bit that we enjoyed. This is what you would do. This is real life.
Oh, what a lovely payoff. So the backburster
the lass who obviously knows them.
Yeah. The backburster flies out of the guy.
Does it fly out, or does it just starts coming out?
It just kind of claws its way out.
It starts coming out, and she's like, "Fuck!"
Oh my fucking god!
Boom.
And blood explodes all over the lass's face when it bursts out of his back. Anyway, McBride's wife clicks on to what's happening here. Like something's not right. Something's coming out of his fucking back, and she does a U-turn and locks the fucking two of them in the room.
Yeah.
What a smart. It's
she knows
logical.
That is logical.
It's logical. It's not right as well.
It leads me to say, why the fuck is she not the captain? Why is Crudub the captain and not her?
That's a great point.
Because she's the only one in the film who actually thinks logically.
Work by actions, not words.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. Anyway,
science, not faith.
Science, not faith. Luck, not luck. Anyway, whatever that fucking thing is.
That's what you do in your spare time, mate.
Anyway, that is the most rational, logical, heartless thing anybody does in the movie.
I loved it.
Or in the Prometheus / Covenant world.
Yeah, so that happens. She comes back, and the girls... So she runs down, speaks to the people who are on the comms, and they're going, we're running down the mountain, we're going to get there soon. Yeah. Other guys with them, now getting ill.
Yeah. He's starting to fuck up. The guy who poked the plant.
Yeah.
Poked the plank man.
Yeah. So, flicks back to the lass who's in charge, McBride's wife.
Yes.
She runs all the way down. Girls in the window now.
Absolutely crying, screaming, clawing, trying to get out like the alien. Bit of a parallel.
Alien gets out, doesn't it?
It gets out.
Properly, it just comes out.
Blood everywhere.
She
it's
slips.
Dripping. His body flops over. It's so beautiful of a reaction.
I loved her slipping on the blood.
Oh, we'll get to that. Anyway, yet again, even more logic. McBride's wife sees this fucking alien monster burst out the back of her friend. Mm-hmm. She's like, what have I done? I've quarantined it. What's the next step? I'm getting a double barrel 12 gauge and dropping 2 slugs in that motherfucker's head. So she runs to the goddamn armory, picks up a weapon, and she's very human. As just like she's stumbling on the back. You tell she's not military. She's not composed. She's logical. She has science. She's like, I need to quarantine this thing and sacrifice my friend. But she's stumbling about. She's not really there.
Yeah.
You can see the fear in her eyes. Anyway, she comes back with a shotgun.
And then it's a cutscene of the last fighting it with a knife.
Yes.
She also gets fucking... I'm not going to spoil that for you. She gets fucking murdered.
We might as well spoil that for you. She dies. Of course she does.
But The alien grows quite quickly, isn't it?
Very quick, very quick.
Like, I'm talking in the span of like 30 seconds. It's gone from like tiny to
about the size of a dog.
A
small dog.
That's a dog size, aye.
That said, in the original Alien, I mean, that thing skirts off straight away and it grows up pretty quick, so it probably is right, just we get to see it for a lot longer. So the girl with the shotgun comes back, sees that she needs to do something. I suppose if we'll continue on a logical, line, she wouldn't open the door at all and leave it in there. But anyway, she's like, okay, I'll take things into my own hands.
It might get out, it might get into
of course it may do that. And it's got like spines all over its body, doesn't it?
Aye, because
really cool.
Because when she's trying to fight it, she's like,
it's absolutely clawing her to bits.
But the girl comes in with a shotgun, about to blast the shotgun.
Yeah, and slips on the blood.
And misses the shot
from the back of the guy. It's absolutely, it makes such a nice noise. So then all hell. By the way, over the span of 20 minutes, everything's breaking.
Oh, it's all coming apart now. It's class.
It's honestly, if you could see our faces, I was so into the film. It was the happiest I've been watching a Ridley Scott film in a long time.
I would go as far to say that.
Anyway, getting back to things.
So all hell breaks loose.
All hell breaks loose. She misses.
They end up coming, and as they're coming towards the ship,
she misses 5 shotgun shots.
Aye.
It escapes through the window.
Does it escape?
She tries to get out once she realises she keeps on missing it.
She blows the thing up, doesn't she? Because there's another alien member. Quite the other guy.
Yeah, but that's further on.
So that escapes, does that gets out?
Right, what happens is she slips in the blood, misses a couple of shots, shoots a gas canister which makes like a cloud, so she loses it in the fog.
Yeah.
She tries to back out, close the door, but she closes it on her own foot.
Yeah, she does, yeah.
And then the alien jumps out through the window.
Yeah.
So then it's jumping around the ship, she's trying to follow it and explode it. She realises everything's gone fucking Pete Tong. And then does she go intentionally to crash the ship? No, she shoots a propane tank with a shotgun and it fucking blows the fuck up.
But it doesn't kill the alien.
Doesn't kill the alien somehow.
Alien gets off the ship.
Alien jumps off because a little spider monkey at this point.
So the full ship is on fire.
Yes.
And what I like as well, she came out of the ship like burning.
Yep.
I didn't mind that. I thought it was alright.
So
bit cliche, but
it kind of.
The ship blows up and she's coming out burning body.
I like that a lot. Yeah, so it was like
Crudub sees it happening.
Yeah.
By that time, they're at the ship.
Yes. So the other group makes it to this ship, burning ship. There's shit all over. His wife burns alive.
Yep.
Explodes, killing McBride's wife as well. So them 3 fuckers are toasted. Next.
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
And now you get part 2.
Part 2, the other guy, Porky McPorkyface.
Yep.
His fucking chest burster comes out of his goddamn mouth.
It just doesn't
or
come
his
out
throat, a bit both, because they're big.
It just fucking fully comes out.
Oh, it's absolutely unbelievable.
Oh, it's made us feel sick thinking about it. But it just comes out and it's scuttling about and they're trying to kill it. And then is the 2 in the fight? Does the other one come and join?
Yes, there's 2 because they run off.
So it's dark by this time.
Yeah.
All you see is like gun flares. They're trying to
green
kill
lights,
this thing.
green laser sights.
Awesome, love it.
Unbelievable. It reminded they were like velociraptors in the tall grass, as you say.
It is,
wasn't
it's
it?
very much pays homage to that, like.
Yeah.
So that all happens, and then they go. They look like they're all gonna die.
Yeah.
The hooded Jedi, Sith, comes out of the darkness.
Yeah.
And fires. I don't know, a white flare at the sky, and then the film starts going shit again from there.
Yeah. So after the huge action set piece, horror,
a Sith turn, Darth Maul turns
up. Qui-Gon Jinn's the shit out of it with a fucking M2L30 slug grenade launcher and fires a flare at the sky. And apparently in this universe, flares scare the shit out of little baby aliens.
Yeah.
So they scuttle off.
David goes, right, if you want to stay alive, you stay with me.
Yeah, brilliant, like the reference. And David takes them to a sanctuary of sorts.
I keep calling them, what are the engineers?
Engineers, not Prometheans.
Right, the engineer civilization he's now living in.
Yes.
Because they're walking past like blackened fucking engineers.
Yes, they are.
Which you've seen in the trailer when he drops all
Of course you have. You've seen the whole thing in the trailer.
Black goo on them, so that's why there's no engineers anymore.
Can I round up because I've skipped a couple of our points there.
Yeah.
Can I round up that incredible 20 minutes with some points I took down during the 20 minutes?
Blast it off quickly, yeah.
Bearing in mind I was having that much of a good time watching the film, I was really not writing down notes I should have been.
Mm-hmm. Blast it off.
So, first one was lovely blood vomit effect.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that. Tight tension building with dying man.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the correct decision, locks his ass in room.
Yep.
Great music. Holy fucking shit, aliens.
That's all you need.
If them points don't summarise in 20 minutes, I don't know what else does.
Those 20 minutes were worth the admission fee in.
Right, next point. Moving on from that scene.
I think we can hit a few points quickly now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so moving on to the scene, we've got the guy in the hood.
Yeah.
Dressed as a Sith.
Yeah.
He takes the hood down.
Yeah. Oh, before we get to that point, I need to make this point. I hope it provides a satisfying reason for inhaled alien splooge gas resulting in alien birth. Doesn't it make facehugger impregnation a step backwards in evolution?
Yes.
Question mark.
Yeah.
Will that be fully explored later on in the film?
It was, wasn't
it? Kinda.
It doesn't give a great reason, but I think hooded guy is David. Takes the hood down.
Turns out to be David. Sith Lord is David.
We've got 80s David with now long hair.
Long hair?
Anyway.
Can we get in the science of a robot growing hair?
I don't know. What do you think?
Because remember, he died at yellow.
He died, so it's still got.
But he cuts it past its black.
He died at yellow.
Yes, but the yellow obviously grows.
So it's still.
You grow just like dye. Dye will grow out your hair.
I don't know how long he was there for.
20 year? 10 year?
10
it's
year.
10 years. We'll say broadly 10 year. Is that 10 years hair growth? Or has he just been styling profiling, cutting to a certain length? Or does it only grow at that length?
He's a goddamn synthetic.
He's a robot?
How does his hair grow?
Maybe it only grows to that length. How does his hair grow? Maybe fucking Guy Pearce is the most fucking...
Do you know why his hair grew?
Yeah.
And because they think everyone's fucking idiots. They think the audience is idiots. They grew his hair.
Because they thought it was a human.
No. Because they wanted to make a point of him cutting it off to look like...
That's exactly right.
That's why he had long hair.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They wanted to kind of misdirect it.
They wanted him to look like Frank now.
Frank, who is Walter, who sounds like Frank.
Walter just plays Frank in that film, but...
Okay.
So that's why... No logical reason why a cyborg or synthetic or whatever can grow hair.
Yeah.
The reason is so the audience knows that he's cutting his hair to look like
Absolutely.
to look like Walter.
Yeah.
Which is just idiotic, really.
Pretty much.
Why do you need to do that? It's like spitting in the face of audience. Like we're not. We've said we're idiots, but we're not massive idiots.
Well, we're idiots when compared to scientists, astronauts, military.
Right. So anyway, next point we're on to now. Oh, right. This is where it's like the little scene between which we picked up on where
the group that's remaining.
Yeah.
Is gathered by David and guided to a engineer sanctuary.
A castle?
An engineer castle. Knights of the goddamn round table.
Is it a castle?
It's a castle, but I don't know how secure it is. Is there all open doors? Is it all open? Is it all fucking ensuite?
That alien turned up.
That alien turned up like fucking Nelson Bobber.
David tell them.
Oh, this is the place to be.
This is fine. You're okay now. Don't worry about it. Go and chill. Lass goes in the shower by herself.
It's not really a shower. It's like puddle.
Why would you wash yourself in a...
Why would you disband from the group after seeing two people burst the fuck open?
Who feels, right? I know we're jumping. You're going to have to bear us here because we've only got certain points down. You have to watch the film yourself. You'll understand. If you listen to this after the film, you'll understand.
Yes, if you don't...
So we're going to bounce about a bit.
Bad idea.
We're going to bounce about a bit.
Okay.
Why?
Yes.
Did you feel need to go and get washed in a puddle?
Because, again, the film...
split off from the group.
The film is given a loose, poor excuse... You can keep that. Or a reason to separate from the group as another horror cliche to have us swiped off, dead.
I don't know where this puddle was. Did she go outside?
It actually didn't make it really clear.
Did she go outside? She can't have. She's not that stupid to do that.
No.
Anyway, the alien turns up, fucking kills her.
Yeah,
right?
fucking rips it to fucking pieces. She starts eating on her.
before that, sorry, we skipped a bit.
Fassbender
Fassbender's-
teaches himself how to blow pipe.
Right, yeah. So David is teaching Walter how to blow a pipe.
Yeah. I don't know about the significance of that scene.
This,
I think it's where David learns the
Yeah,
fact that
it's-
as an AI, he was created too sophisticatedly. His mind was
and the humans
too...
found out that he was a fucking dick.
Yes, he was
and
too
killed all
intelligent.
the Prometheus crew.
Because Walter's very... he doesn't think of himself as much.
No.
He's very
But yeah, the point
robotic.
He went to try and save them by punching
He
that
did,
alien
yeah.
in the throat.
Yeah, he throw punched the
And
alien, bit his goddamn
opened
hand
his
off.
mouth and his hand went into the mouth
Yeah,
and just melted with the acid.
that's incredible.
So that's... And then David goes to Walter, or you fancy Danielson,
Yes,
or Daniels.
you saved
And
her
he
out
goes,
because she was a human
no,
being.
I was just doing
my duty.
my duty.
Yeah.
Like that. I do like it. Anyway, so they have the fight. Alien kills the bird, who I don't know and I'm not invested into as a character again at all. Crudub goes and has a talk with...
We've skipped a point. The point was,
Right, yeah.
structure isn't safe. Your character I don't know the name of decides to break from the group and die.
Yeah.
So that's a girl who has a shower in a little puddle.
Yeah.
Next point.
Right, right. This is the great point, right? So it's got the same. This is just so stupid. Crudub follows David into a room where this alien is
Yes.
that's just killed this lass.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so it killed the lass without remorse, yet it stands in front of David.
Like it's her creator.
David's standing, the alien's there. There's a couple of poles in beneath.
It's a door, is it not?
Is it a door? I don't know what it is, right? Crudub's behind, green laser
Significant part of the movie.
on the alien's chest. Crudub's got his gun on the alien.
He's like, what the fuck
David's
is happening?
whispering into the alien, right? What have you got written down, Pete?
Right, this is next point, big one this. How has David tamed aliens, question mark? And I've put in brackets, John thinks blowing up the alien nose hole, they are your dog.
Right, you missed this bit.
Missed it.
Mate, I am 95% certain David turns to Crudub and goes, don't do anything.
Yes.
If you blow up the alien's nose hole,
Yes.
it respects you and will not attack you and be yours for life.
Absolute bullshit.
I'm telling you, Pete, 95% certain I heard that line.
Right, first point.
Anyway,
Do aliens have nose holes? Do them have? Do the aliens in out the? Does the backburst and the frontburst have nose holes?
I don't know.
See?
He says it, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the most stupid thing I've heard, and I did hear it.
That you might have heard about.
But, you know, Crudub? Blast the shit out of it.
Eradicates the fuckers.
Blast the shit out of it.
Does he kill
Straight
both?
Is
There's
there-
two,
Is
remember?
there two aliens?
Two aliens in there. And he drops the fuckers.
Is there two?
There's two.
I don't know. I must have missed him do that.
Right, there might not have nose holes and there might be two. I don't know. He kills both the motherfuckers.
Right, so Crudub does that.
So he's like,
And then David gets kicked off about it. David, cut long story short, which is quite a boring 20 minutes on them mulling about.
yes,
David hates humans, they've had the time.
yes,
He sees these aliens as the more, like,
advanced.
advanced race.
This was actually an interesting scene.
The perfect race.
I like this scene.
Did you?
It was like a Frankenstein's monster kind of thing. Because you have to understand, we have no information in continuity about the alien and how they've
Yeah.
been created, other than the other films.
Mhm.
This was giving you more kind of backstory. Whether it's logical or not is up for a debate, but it was kind of evidence the fact of why they are the way they are and why he wants to create them and how they were born.
Yeah.
I quite liked it. And there was dead bodies all over the place, weren't there? And little sketches of flies and dissections and like
Well,
very
from what I saw,
very cool.
it was like a progression of the facehugger.
Yeah, like an evolution.
And what
A
David
kind of
did,
forced.
David made facehuggers.
Yeah, was it facehuggers or proto aliens or protomorphs? I think they're called.
He made the xenomorph.
He didn't make a facehugger though, did he? Or did he?
Yes. it started off with a fly, or a weird fucking thing.
I think that was just like anatomy.
And then it went to like something else, and then went to that and that and that, and it was like a step of each face hugger.
Yeah.
And then he go, so Crudup's seen this room, this bit out.
So, but this is the next point. Right, well, I've got a point in between Taming Aliens and the next one, but it says, "Why do I care about half of these characters?" Question mark.
It was just.
That was just obviously obviously some frustration after just going spiraling down from the fact that we've had this great 20 minutes and then just fucking it all falling apart.
I don't know.
So, Billy Crudub, he's witnessed all this like horrific things that David has done. He's trying to fucking coincide with the aliens. He obviously knows he's the most evil person on the fucking planet currently.
Mm-hmm.
And he follows David. David's like, "Oh, come with me, follow me, I'll
David's
show you." He's like Willy Wonka. David plays Willy Wonka. Billy Crudub plays the fat kid in the Chocolate River. It's unbelievable.
He's Willy Wonka. So he says to Crudub, he's like,
"I've got something to show you."
He's a dark room.
Yeah, he's a dark, unwell lit room. There's only
I've
two
just showed
aliens
you all
all
these
around.
monsters.
Yes.
Come and
me.
check this shit out, Crudub.
Will ya, please?
Just come in here, have a little wander in, poke your head in, and see what's in there.
Bearing in mind, he's also just met this person.
At that point, again, we're getting on the point about, like, I'm not going on the planet to start with, but at that point, I'm turning around, I'm turning tail, I'm going, like, lads, lasses, get your stuff together, we're fucking off here. I'd rather face two aliens outside on this planet
Yeah, I know.
than this fucker in this castle.
This psycho. We were fucking off at the wheat. We said when we found wheat we were away. So
there's no birds, there's wheat.
Yes.
We
fucking Audi. We Audi 5000 as the kids say.
Anyway, so he goes into this fucking room.
Yes. Typical egg room.
There's an egg there.
How? Evolution? David? It's pretty loose. How do you make
these
it?
eggs hatch? Are they like that for fucking years and years and years?
Until they sense some sort of host. Why don't they sense David as a host? Would David not have the same motions as a human being to set that off?
I know. Would he not just set it off?
Because how can the face hugger determine?
He's walking past going brush his teeth on a morning.
I know.
He knocks the egg. Oh shit!
He's dyeing his shitty yellow hair. He's getting his ML23 grenade launcher for a nice little dust off, nice little clean up.
He's just trimming his hair and he trips over an egg. And
so how does the face hugger differentiate between Billy Crudub or David?
I'm past the point of fucking caring, mate.
Anyway.
All I know is he gets to an egg.
He gets to an egg. What's he
David
do?
goes, go on.
Sniff this motherfucking thing.
Have a little sniff of this. Let's go and have a look. And Crudup's like, well, I think I'm close enough. No, go on. Get your head in there. Aye, fair enough then. This goes in, again, egg opens, face hugger straight on him.
Beautiful original face hugger sound, by the way. I love that sound.
I enjoyed it.
That screech.
You had the pumping of the lungs.
Yeah, and you see it like rolling, unfolding in the egg.
Aye.
Oh, beautiful.
Unbelievable. Loved it.
Great effects.
No CGI, I don't think.
No, not even. I think it was
maybe
when it jumped on his face, but that looked great as well. Absolutely beautiful.
One thing I did like, there wasn't that much CGI in here, and the CGI that was in with the alien, especially the end scene.
Probably to the benefit of the alien. Movement was great.
The CGI was good. When
maybe
the CGI
scarier.
was good, I've seen worse.
Okay.
Anyway, so that happens, and then what's the next point after that?
Right, basically what we've just summed up there. I'm going to get on to the next point.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are good.
Idiot captain trusts comically evil David and sticks face in egg after being showed evidence of him engineering horrific monsters. So that was that point wrapped up in a nutshell.
Yeah.
What a fucking joke.
And then, right.
This is
quick,
great.
We'll get on this
These two next points are great.
Walter turns up.
Yes.
After Crudub has done that.
Yes.
Faces David. David snaps his neck or something. Walter says something, David snaps his neck.
Yeah.
Right, and then David...
In the meantime, Crudub's getting impregnated by the face hugger.
David walks off. People realise shit's going down.
Yeah, people are missing.
Fight, and then David starts fighting shit.
Uh-huh.
He's now superhuman.
Yes.
Did he fight Prometheus?
Did he fight Prometheus?
No, did he fight in Prometheus, the film, David?
Because
he could have done a hell of a lot more if he didn't.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he was stronger than an engineer. He's obviously stronger than a
He's
human
goddamn
being.
Superman in this.
He's stronger than a human being, 100%.
Stronger than a human.
He's a
He's
robot.
lifting people up 40 feet in the air
I know.
and throwing them across the fucking room.
I know. I don't know.
He let his head get ripped off by someone he could have probably bench pressed and hide.
That's a great point.
Do you know what I mean?
In Prometheus. By the way, he hasn't got a tear mark where his neck is.
Oh,
He's done some great work there, hasn't he?
Numerous space, mate.
Numerous Space helped tie him up.
Oh, mate.
Oh, that's also a YouTube video, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, yeah.
What a fucking waste of money.
But
anyway.
That's what I'm thinking. I want to watch Prometheus again to see. Now we know this guy's Superman.
Why didn't he fight the engineer?
I know he wanted to kill the fucking people, but sure you wouldn't let your head be...
Your creator. Or did he hate Guy Pearce? I can't remember.
Fuck off. It's a mess.
Right, we're getting way off topic.
Anyway, right, so that happens, and Frank comes and saves the day again, doesn't he? What's the next point, Pete? Frank
Whoa, we're skipping things. Billy Crudup, face hugged, chest bursts, and it's the xenomorph. The stereotypical, screeching, double-mouthed xenomorph.
I was happy. Jet black,
our xenomorph. Didn't come out as a little worm, though, as it did in the first Alien, which makes no sense. It's got arms and legs now. Used to slither like a worm. The chest burster, it actually comes out as a marionette xenomorph. Like a miniature one.
Which is pretty stupid.
Which makes it, I don't know, maybe it's a different strain or a evolutionary... forget
it. Was it a queen or was it...
No,
it was
just a typical one.
So now
anyway,
that's causing fucking havoc.
David watches over his creation, just like Guy Pearce did in the first scene of the film. And he's like, I've created the greatest thing ever. Blah, blah, blah.
Did David see it?
David saw it. Remember, it was in the moonlight.
Did it just run past David?
It just scuttled off.
I mean, it wouldn't. It would just fucking kill him.
That's a great point again.
I don't know. Anyway, right.
It doesn't seem to attack David. Maybe he's engineered kind of a fail-safe in, like I'm your daddy.
So this happens.
So we've next comment.
One of the guys has got. What
a little beacon. So the other group find Crudup's body.
But one guy goes up and he's that bit where the other guy gets face hugged.
Right.
Yeah, because that's a big point.
But they go to find Billy Crudup in the egg room. One member gets face hugged. I think it's Mexican Bob out of Hateful Eight.
Mexican Bob out of Hateful Eight.
Yeah. He gets face hugged quickly.
Yep.
Gets a shot off his face, burns his face.
Yep.
They haul ass, gets out of there. They know David's a fucking nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Danielson gets fucking injured by David. Walters saves Danielson from David.
Mm-hmm.
The group throw a beacon on the ground.
I like it, but you're on a roll here. Keep going.
Alright, we're really skipping through it now. McBride and the two other people who were left on the ship
They've totally gone against what the ship was told them not to do.
Which is go down the horrible atmosphere. They've gone down the atmosphere, picked them up on a little shuttle, and...
Who's in the ship when he comes down the shuttle?
Danny McBride. Who's in the ship up top?
Yeah.
The girl and the black guy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Who will be later dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have the team who are now on a little ship. The xenomorph pops up, fully grown. Of course, it's attracted to the beacon as well. It's making the sounds to introduce
that
the
pissed me
ship.
off. I said that to you in the film. I was
like, that's something we didn't write down.
I was like, so it's the year
2100. Yeah.
And they're still using flashing fucking beacons.
I know. I mean, if you're going to get somebody's attention, I understand, but can you not do it technologically, like on a screen?
So that's set on a set piece. I was expecting there to be 100 aliens to come out of nowhere.
Yes.
But it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the one xenomorph's kicking about, so they know where they're at. So they're dragging the guy. You've got you've got Walter.
Walter, who's dealt with David.
Yes.
He comes back.
Sorry, we missed that one. He
comes back. You think he's dead.
Yeah.
Shitty reveal. Of course he's not dead.
Yeah.
Boom. Deals with David. Knocks that fucker sky high. Stabs him or some shit with a flute.
Like that, some shit like that. He stabs him with a flute.
I think that's right.
I don't know what
that could be wrong.
He might have sharpened the flute and killed him. He might.
I think he shot a file down the flute and fucked his ass up. Shanked his ass. Right.
Yep. So
the team. Who's the team? We've got Danielson.
We've got Walter.
We've got Mexican Bob.
Out here.
Walter. Is that the three?
Yeah, there's three, and then Danny McBride on the ship.
And Danny McBride on the ship.
Ship comes down. They're running.
Ship comes down. The alien jumps on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
A nice little set piece takes place where Danielson, our lead, if you would, I suppose you would call her that,
herself onto the
harness of like the working area and starts doing fucking pirouettes in space.
Yeah.
Shooting at the fucker.
cute, nice little scene with the xenomorph. Very much CGI though. This is the bit.
It's a lot of CGI. It's in broad daylight,
Is there
which
really
isn't good for a horror.
Or is it good CGI, do you reckon?
It's good CGI, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. It's in bright daylight, like there's not much suspense. It's more
It's
actiony.
pretty lucky as well when she's like any of them
Swinging about and she's
main thing
nearly
was like,
missing
right,
the floor.
Get the fucking crane out, and Danny McBride's like, no, we can't put the crane out. It's gonna fucking wreck the ship. We're
Right.
not gonna be able to fly it. She's like, no, do it. She gets the crane out, and it somehow luckily grabs the alien.
And squashes the fucker.
And if Fanny's about a little bit, she's bobbing about the ship
Yeah.
on the thingy.
Yeah.
Alien gets squashed. Cute, nice little thing where the crane starts like dissolving a little bit.
Yeah,
the
because
alien
it's
has
crushing the blood.
and then Walter comes and saves her.
Yep.
She's forever again in his debt.
Yes, saved her for the fucking
Um,
second time.
Straight back up into the main spaceship.
So, cue the final act of the film.
Mhm.
We have
So you've got Frank. What's the point? The point is Frank saved the day, yeah?
Frank, who is Walter, remember,
Mm-hmm.
saved the day.
So we're on the ship.
We're on the ship, everything's perfect, sunset ending. Everybody goes to bed, but oh fucking no, Mexican Bob has got a good old embryo in him. We were waking to Mother, the ship's AI, specifying to the crew, Daniels and McBride
Yep.
and Walter, that there is an unknown alien organism on the ship somewhere. Of course there is. We have to have a third and final act.
Of course there is. Would you have been happy if the film ended on that Danny McBride act?
No,
and
not at all.
The crane act?
Not at all.
No, I mean...
I'd actually get rid of that and have one main xenomorph in.
I wish they didn't show that shower scene in the trailers.
I'd-
That would have been such a cool scene if I hadn't seen it in a trailer.
If I didn't know there was a big main xenomorph, a black one,
Uh-huh.
they released loads on that actually. I'd actually remove the fight on the ship in
Mhm.
broad daylight and leave it for the one alien inside Mexican Bob to wreak havoc, spend a bit more
Mhm.
time with that. But we'll move on. Basically, it's not how it goes. It's not how you would think it goes. The usual alien film is you're alone by yourself in a ship with the alien and
Yeah.
you don't know where it is. It's actually, to its benefit, flips it a bit,
Mhm.
where we have Walter on TV screens guiding Daniels
Yeah.
and McBride where it is, and they're strategically moving it into areas by locking and unlocking doors.
I didn't like
I
this because
really like that. I really like
picked
that.
up on this straight away.
What's
And I
that?
don't think you did.
What's that?
Although you've put a point down here.
Yes.
See your next point.
So we have Frank saves the day, immediately followed by, you picked it up before I did, Frank might be David.
I picked it up because he smiled as soon as this on the point the final act when
The point he sees the xenomorph in the
he
camera.
sees xenomorph and he smiles.
Yeah,
You see him crack a little smile, and then
Mhm.
I was like, it's David.
that's
not
fucking
Walter."
David. I
Which
didn't see the
think's-
smile.
I think shit. They shouldn't have hide that in.
I didn't
It
see
would
the
have been a better
smile.
reveal if they didn't put that in,
I didn't see the smile.
and it was very intentional.
Right. Okay.
Right, so all Havoc's gone.
So it's a nice little flip on the old
Yeah.
alien kind of, it's in the tunnels, but they can see it, so they're
Mhm.
strategically quarantining it off in each little section, guiding it,
What
shepherding
pissed
it.
me off, Pete, is
Yeah.
they're not scared at all.
They're really not, are they? The
Danny-
really, real
Danny McBride
confidence.
and Daniels,
Mm-hmm.
they're not scared at all, and it really pissed us off.
Did you not like it?
And
They're way too
them-
relaxed.
Them not
relaxed.
being scared and having a plan
Doesn't build the tension.
doesn't build tension. Doesn't get me scared.
Can we show
They convinced me. They convinced me that
Uh-huh.
they were gonna save the day.
a good example of it working is when the guy's dying because of the backburster and the McBride's wife is in the tight the tunnels walking
She's
back
shitting
and
herself.
she's shitting herself.
She
It's
doesn't
a
know what the
shake
fuck's going
camera.
on.
The music's going bomb bomb bomb. It's so tense, so scary, so
She's slipping. She's dropping
she's,
the
yeah,
gun.
it's just fumbling about.
Mate, that's what you need.
Sweat
There.
dripping from her, heavy breathing.
All I want
It's,
to be.
it's not portrayed in the same
Alien.
way. Ripley,
An alien's-
exact same way when
Is
she's
shitting herself all the way
when
through
she's
it.
by herself and she's running to get to the ship to explode.
Does
Oh
that
my
make-
god!
Does that make her any less of a heroine because she's scared?
I think it's just
Not at
character.
all.
I think it's just character.
Anyone will be scared.
I think it's called a
in-
Mary Sue.
In life, when you do the most heroic things, you shit yourself.
Absolutely.
and that is paramount, and that speaks to the audience.
Yeah.
Anyway, this act didn't get into it because the two of them were like, oh, well,
Quite nonchalant.
Yeah, that's the word for it. They had a plan.
Not sweating
they
very.
Did this. He was sorting things out left, right, and centre.
Walter
was on all the.
Maybe
all
that's
the
why they were so relaxed. As I say, I like that spin on they're in control to a degree of shepherding this alien kind of logically.
It's on our turf now.
Even though they go hunting for it with a gun,
yeah.
I would just stay with Walter personally. But okay, whatever.
Because you could have just trapped him in one bit of the ship.
Yes, you could do that. And what's it going to do? Break through the door?
Break through a metal door.
I suppose it might do. I don't know.
Even
though it does anyway. Each metal door has a window it can bust through.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
So they're in the hangar. Cue a hangar scene where he knocks off a few. Is it cars or trucks or something?
Yeah, earlier on in the film, it's foreshadowed that Daniels has to go with Walter to make sure a piece of machinery is held down by a chain, so it can be released.
Right.
And this is where that comes into play.
Cool.
They shepherd the alien into the kind of vehicle bay where all the heavy vehicles are kept, and Daniels thinks it's a good idea to lock it in the car doors of a big ass truck, get McBride to hit the chain, release it into, jettison it like the Franco into space.
Straight in.
So not a bad plan, but
it obviously goes
wrong. Fucking crumbles because we're in an alien film and a horror film, so it has to go wrong.
Yeah, so it goes wrong.
The alien breaks through breaks through the glass of the door. Of course it does. Smashes his head through, crawls out. It's all in fucking space now. The door's open. It's all gone to shit.
She's in front of the thing. She shouts at McBride. She's in front of the hangar. She's in front of the hangar door.
Yeah. It somehow spirals in front of her, so
it's on the end. She's in ahead of that.
Yes.
And then she shouts at McBride to
release another truck, which will crush both of them.
And I'll butt in here, mate.
Yeah.
The channel, Franco's dead Green Goblin ghost.
Yes.
And we see a Spider-Man 1 set piece.
Right. So in my writing, I've got down. Alien gets Spider-Man wand, Green Goblin style. John's picked up on this point.
So this thing has got like prongs on it.
Yeah, like
I don't know what it is. It's like it's a bloody truck with
tusks, really.
Spikes on it.
If you've played the Halo franchise, the Warthog.
I don't know why you would have
spools.
I don't know what you would have a truck with spikes on for.
Anyway, the truck's got spikes on it.
It's not fucking Mad Max.
That's a great point, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
I have no fucking clue. Or is it?
What would it do?
Is it like digger spikes on the front of a? Is it the dig?
I don't know.
Anyway,
so it goes in. It kills the alien. It hits.
Yeah, she dives out the rear.
Well, no, you think it's hit the alien.
Yes.
She sacrificed herself.
Yeah.
I would have enjoyed it, and I would have probably thought more of the character, even though it's very much generic.
I would have really enjoyed the only surviving human being being McBride.
That would be cool.
As again a kind of another twist on the genre, where in the first Alien
the comedy
film,
guy always, or
not the
comedy
comedy
guy always dies.
You wouldn't expect Ripley to be the leading.
Yes, which is very cool.
Just like mirroring it with
very
McBride
cool.
being the leading.
At this point,
but guess who's the lead?
At this point,
it's the Ripley clone, just like everybody expects.
I was very impressed that McBride lasted this long, by the way.
I was as well.
To
give it its due, that's a good point.
So that happens. What's the next point be?
Next point.
They get tucked up, they're all high-fiving, it's all going well. Three of them.
Second sunset ending.
Walter, McBride, Danielson.
Oh shit, I forgot to mention the couple that were on the ship the whole time, the Covenant, while everybody was getting murdered. Yeah. Gets murdered in a shower scene, everybody's seeing the trailer by the alien. Blah, 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 we skip past that. So, everybody's fine and dandy. Mm-hmm. Time to go to Cryo Shalip. Shalip. McBride gets tucked away in his nice little helmet thing, which is mint. I want that gear.
Yeah, he's got like
his little head sack for races.
Yeah.
He thinks he's like...
I mean... They've
Nicky Lauda, his little Nicky Lauda head. He got burned.
Night dresses on. Yeah. She's in the next capsule.
Yep, gets put in the capsule.
Put to bed by Walter. Next point B.
Bomb. Point 29, or whatever we're on now. It's of course David.
Of course.
What a fucking joke.
Why can we not have a happy... To be fair, we were going into this thinking, like, what's going on, because it can't be a happy ending. because how the shit does Alien happen if
Yes.
it's like meant to be a prequel to Alien?
Can I state that still doesn't get cleared up?
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Anyway,
Right, so-
of course it's David. Everybody in the audience watching this film slaps the fucking forehead with face
He
palms
says,
as hard as they can.
I'm going to tuck the young'uns in or something
yeah,
like that.
night night, my creation,
I'm
the
gonna-
alien,
I'm
the
gonna tuck
perfect.
them in. So he goes into where all the cryo
He goes into
sleeps are,
where the 2000.
the embryos.
Yes, he
Pulls-
goes into the embryo
pulls
chamber.
He pulls the drawer of embryos out.
Yes,
And then, Lena, what happens?
we're getting into the third of final point. How does David regurgitate little facehuggers that perfectly fit into the embryo holders?
This was fucking stupid.
Can we answer that question?
He's like,
So the embryo chamber has
he shoots them like the guy shooting hot dogs off that hot dog video that we will also link in the
of course we
bottom.
will. Well, I don't know what his name is. I'll shoot him right now.
So he shoots these fucking. He regurgitates these little pods with the facehuggers in.
Yeah, they're like little stones, little embryo
How does he know?
facehuggers.
How does he know that they're gonna fit there?
Can he not regurgitate little embryo xenomorphs?
Ah,
Why is the egg stage been put into the evolution of an alien? Why can't you just have aliens chest bursting
well,
from
the way
people?
this film went about things, you could probably just
Remove that part.
engineer an alien.
You probably could.
But I don't know. Anyway, we're not going to pick the bits. Facehuggers are cool. I'm glad
They
they're
are.
in. I'm glad they're in there.
But why are they shaped
But it-
exactly like the
It
little
was-
embryo?
It was so stupid, and that was the main point you made. How does he know
That's
to make
going to
them
fit the little hole.
Aye.
It's absolutely crazy.
I mean, how does he know it's not going to be like a wine rack?
Ah,
Do you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Or little meat hooks.
Aye.
Or even full-size pods like the humans are in.
I mean, there could be a bottle of Moe, a bottle of fucking red wine, and then a fucking embryo.
a nice Parma ham.
Maybe made
Who
aye.
fucking knows? A grilled cheese.
So that happens, and it's just the most fucking stupid thing I've ever seen in my life,
Cut the credits.
and I hate the ending.
I hate the ending. I do not like the ending at all.
Cut the credits.
Right.
I'll make a point.
Yeah.
Why? Well, what happens to Numira Space? And why was she made into a settee?
Why would she turn into fucking IKEA set 5?
I don't get it.
So,
I'm going to put a link. We'll link it. A picture of her because I've seen her kicking about the internet.
Have you?
Of exactly what she looks like.
Her as a settee.
Or what's your point? What you wrote, Pete?
Why did he turn her into a settee?
What the fuck happens to Naomi Raspus?
What the fuck happens to Naomi Raspus, comma, space, why did he turn her into a CT?
Mate, I can't answer this shit, mate.
What is the purpose of Shaw being in the film? Why have they used her like that? They just want to get rid of her and bring in a new Ripley clone.
She must have been doing different stuff.
She must have been.
They must have planned to use it, and she's obviously going to do a different film somewhere.
Here's one for you.
Because it's fucking so stupid.
If maybe she wanted out, because can you not cut Danielson out of the film, and when the group meet the sanctuary, Shaw's there with David? Oh no, she would know about the monsters, wouldn't she? And she would stop that. Because David murders all the engineers.
Did David kill her?
Yes.
Yes, he did. So before he turned her into a settee, he must have used it to try and facehugger her.
He had plans to turn her into a robot. Remember when he showed the images to Crudub?
Was that what it was?
I think it was robotic. Like she
So
was trying to turn her into an AI because he really loved her. He started crying when she died, and he gave her a burial site.
Did she die in cryo sleep?
I don't know. I don't have a fucking clue.
I don't fucking get it, like. But even in the trailer, what you saw on YouTube,
Yes.
he killed her fucking boyfriend.
Oh,
He turned her boyfriend into a fucking zombie. He made her get impregnated by a fucking squid. And she's still nice to him.
that's a good point.
I don't get it.
Maybe it's like if imagine you're the last two people. It's a zombie apocalypse. All the zombies die of hunger or something like
Yeah,
that,
that's fair.
and you're left with a paedophile. You're still going to probably talk to the paedophile, aren't you?
Either nothing or become friends with paedophile.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, which is probably just the set of Walking Dead. That's the
Bingo.
It's just Walking Dead, really.
Bingo. So
final point.
Final point. What happens next? You didn't answer the fucking question.
Third film.
7, I think.
Trilogy.
No, big time. 7 films.
This links me into one thing. What happened to the Neil Blomkamp?
This is a good point.
Because that looks much cooler, and I wanted Ridley Scott to have his little heyday,
Yes.
do his little bit. And, I mean, Blomkamp,
So
he's done Chappie,
Yeah.
he's done District 9, which I love.
Yeah, I like that film
Chappie
as well.
was shit, but
it
it wasn't terrible. He's good at doing the sci-fi genre.
Yeah.
He loves aliens.
Everybody loves aliens.
The art he did, you see all the storyboards he did?
Yeah.
Unreal. He wants to bring Ripley back. He wants to retcon.
Yes.
He wants to retcon Aliens 3.
Mhm.
And I was all for it, but that looks like it's on the back burner because Ridley Scott's come out and said, "Nah, I'm gonna push my movies out. I still fancy doing it." So you reckon there's gonna be 7?
I think there's going to be 7. Obviously, there's not going to be 7 completed because, I mean, this isn't a very nice thing to say, but I think Ridley Scott may die before making 7 films because he's 79, 71.
That's a good point. He's not going to make 7 films, is he? I think they're going to make a fucking trilogy out of it. That's what they're going to do. So we're going to have to await another. I mean, has another film been
Put into production.
Okay, I've got to.
You research that. I'm going to explain to the audience what I
here we
thought this film was going to be.
Yeah.
So, although I'd seen the trailers, I was under the assumption that the question would be answered that how did that egg ship get on LV-426?
Here you go, Pete.
Anyway,
Says
go.
on here, in 2015, Scott confirmed that Alien Covenant will be the first of 3 additional films in the Alien prequel series.
So what's Prometheus? How's that not the second?
Before linking up with the original Alien.
So hold on, what's Prometheus? If Covenant's the first of a frequel,
So there's 3 more. There's 3 more coming out. So there's 2 more coming after Covenant.
That's ridiculous.
Possibly 3.
Typical.
Would you
Just
be
pump out
invested, would you
fucking
be
money.
invested into it because
What?
there's
You know there's going to be a.
what more can you do? Give me the
Right.
xenomorph now.
So we've got eggs in the sanctuary.
You've got it right. He's the one. They're gonna get out of the next film, right? It's gonna have McBride in.
Yes.
It's gonna have Daniels in.
Yes.
Who, to be fair to her, she wasn't a bad actress. I need to really find out what her name is.
No, she wasn't.
She didn't do too badly.
She's in the new Harry Potter film, I believe.
Is she what?
Fantastic Beasts. That's where I've seen her. I think she's French.
Maybe that colonist ship.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get it back. They're gonna kill what they think of the aliens that is left,
Yeah.
and then land on the LV-40
LV-426.
and make the colony.
Yeah, but it has to be an engineer ship. Remember? Because from Prometheus,
Jeez.
unless that's getting retconned, that was the ship. Remember, it had the engineer in the seat, which John Hurt goes past into the tunnel.
Jesus.
So, oh fuck me, fuck knows.
So wouldn't it have made more sense if they just crashed on LV-40 after Prometheus? Then that would mean the ship was there and.
Yes, that would make more sense.
Ah, alright. I think that pretty much
So,
wraps it all
I
up.
think that's the summary. Yeah.
We'll get into now.
Can I state its
If
main
you've got
problem?
anything to say,
I need to say my main problems.
Right, here we go. I'll go first.
Yeah.
As a film, did I enjoy it? Yes. I thought the 20 minutes in the first, going into the second act,
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
Oh.
One of the best bits of film I've seen in the last 4 or 5 years.
Really?
I'd go as far to say that. But
Big statement.
as a whole,
Maybe we're just big Alien fans.
maybe, obviously, that will come across. Look, we're fans of Alien, we're fans of Star Wars, we're fans of
Big sci-fi.
big sci-fi fans.
Real hard sci-fi.
Die Hard.
Yep. I mean,
we're film fans in general, but seriously, Aliens. Did I like that bit? Yes, I thought it was excellent. Like, this will probably come across a bit biased, but I will say the film was absolute fucking trash.
really,
Yes.
you didn't like it at all.
Again, like I contradict myself when I said I thought Now You See Me Too was trash,
Yeah.
but I kind of enjoyed it.
Really.
I thought Aliens was trash,
Right.
but I kind of enjoyed it.
Okay. For very, very different reasons.
I think it was better than Prometheus.
I'd agree with that. I
Um,
didn't like Prometheus at all.
See, I didn't like Prometheus, but I was intrigued by it, so I give it a bit of time.
I don't like how it's an alien film. If you make that not an alien film, I might like it. And if you
no,
take
it's the most stupidest film ever made. So
okay, it is. Why did they run in a straight line? When that one, we're going to be on for another fucking hour if we're getting to that fucking shit.
Right, I'm gonna put out there. I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Them 20 minutes saved it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. So even though you didn't enjoy it, on my scale, a 6 out of 10 is good.
So that's where I was.
So that's good.
We need to come up with some sort of neutral thing here.
We can both have different scales.
It was average, a very average film.
Right, do you want my
6 out of 10.
Do you want my
Like,
shindig?
I'm out. That's me done. Your show now.
So I'd give the film a 5 out of 10.
Well, that's alright, fair.
Which is probably more positive
Than you normally are.
than your 6 out of 10. You know what I mean? Which makes no sense. And maybe a 5.5. I don't know.
Right, what did you like about it?
I want to say I enjoyed the film. One, even though Michael Fassbender's accent's awful.
Frank.
Frank.
You really need to watch Frank,
Yeah. I've seen it?
and then you really need to watch that film.
Yeah.
I'm just
Or
talking
the
to
audience
the
do.
audience,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
And then you'll understand what I'm saying.
I love Michael Fassbender so much. And I think just his mannerisms. David, he actually he has a good posh English accent. David, I love
I
watching
did like David. I thought he was a dick, and
That's excellent.
Yes.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah, he acted it well.
That 20 minutes, if you've got the money, pay to go to see the film.
Mhm.
Them 20 minutes are worth price of admission.
Yeah, I'd agree to that.
Don't cheese on YouTube and spoil. Oh, what are we talking about? We'll spoil the whole thing.
I know, it's fine.
If you're in agreement, then 20 minutes are worth the money you've just spent. Don't go for a refund. Okay, is that fair?
That's fair.
There was a reliance on CGI, but the practicality of sets and scenery, filming locations,
really
very
enjoyed.
nice.
That's something Ridley Scott gets right.
Yeah, he does
well
big
there.
time.
He does well there.
The science aspect, like the sci-fi aspect of it, like ship design and suits and stuff like that.
Guy got a shout. What's the
HR Geiger.
HR guy got a shout.
He gets a shout on anything alien.
Quality.
I guess he didn't on Prometheus.
Head of
where
the
he
curve.
sexual psychopath,
Yeah,
possibly a paedophile,
every alien's got something to do with a
phallic,
dick
fallacy,
or a vagina.
phallic-y. I don't know.
He gets a show anyway. Going on. Ridley Scott.
I like McBride.
Danny McBride in it. I thought
I like
really
him.
good.
I like him in everything.
I was going to say excellent there, but he did. There was a couple of lines where he's trying to be like serious, and I wasn't really buying into it. A bit like
I want to see him. I want to see him in more serious roles.
he did it well.
Have you seen?
But
Have you seen?
The point is, he did it well because, like what you said,
Yeah.
we were expecting to be shit.
Yeah. Who
And a
made a
comedy
joke?
and he just turned out to be like
Quite
he
serious.
played the average Joe very well.
Yeah.
The average
Like
Joe.
a normal person, like a character you can connect
Yeah.
with. Getting on the problems.
Mhm.
Sorry, going back to the positives. Xenomorph looked great. Like that CGI is on point.
Enjoyed it when it came on screen.
Yeah, the movement. We got a little bit more interest in stuff like its vision. You could see its vision.
It actually used the fucking tail
It used the tail.
a little bit.
Yeah, like sexually in the shower
Did it go to
scene.
port or did it go like?
She just kind of flinched. It wasn't like right up there. It was just stroking the
I
thigh.
think it was just like checking shit out.
yeah.
It was just checking
There's
shit out.
something
with the
sexual
tail.
there because a lot, other than Alien, that's never been done before. Because the gingerhead lass gets it right. Farrow.
Ah
Farrow?
shit, she does. There's a lot of people that say she got raped by the fucking alien.
Yeah, I know. But that's debunked in a later film, the director's cut, where you see them all taken back and made into eggs.
Really?
It's weird. Watch it on YouTube. We might link it below. We may not.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so that's the stuff I enjoyed. I enjoyed the Alien set, 20 minutes, the sets, the practicality for which one was there. I like the music. Well, maybe not the music, but I like the tense back-end music when shit was going down. Negatives. Nonsensical actions of characters we don't fucking care about. So that's in reference to stuff like taking a piss man, poking a plant man. The only logical thing done in the film is when they're coaxing the alien in the ship to crush the shit out of it, and when the scientist locks the two of the backburster inside that room. That's the only thing done.
It's very much like fucking Prometheus.
Yeah, absolutely awful.
And like, I'll put into your review a little bit there. It just makes me feel, as audience these days, the top Hollywood, like, they think we're stupid. They think the audience can't understand things, so they just think they can brush over.
Yeah, kind of skip
Where
past.
now, more than anything, when you've got Twitter, Facebook, everyone's got a voice, everyone's got an opinion.
Everybody's watching every second of every trailer.
Yeah.
You can't put spoilers anywhere.
So then it's like, if just cut the stupid shit out and you've got a good film.
Yeah.
I thought at 2 hours 2 minutes as well. It's a short film. It flew over, didn't it?
It really flew over. I suppose that's signs of a good
They
time.
must have cut a lot of shit out, because what they usually do is keep a lot of shit for the DVD release. Like 30 minutes more footage.
It'll be packed Blu-ray, 100%. A lot like Prometheus, there's a lot of cut stuff, which makes sense. Well, maybe not makes sense, but
I reckon they've cut a lot out of that film, and for a reason.
possibly.
Right, what else did you not like?
Not like about the film. We've got nonsensical actions of scientists or assumably intellectual people.
I hate Crudub in it.
We've got Billy
I
Crudub,
normally like him.
who's a legend, but he gets fucking
I
misused.
fucking hate him in it.
We've got characters.
Didn't bite any of the characters.
We've got characters who I can't remember the names of, so I've called them by the actors' names the whole fucking review. And that's about it.
So you're saying
Ending, awful. I hate a non-satisfactory ending, which leaves it open to another film.
which is pretty much every fucking film you watch these days.
I've got
give me one good standalone film recently that I want to watch, and just, you know what I mean?
I'm
It's
okay
always
with
leading into different things.
I'm okay with a film leading into another film as long as it's given me enough satisfaction to earn it. I.e., Batman Begins, where you've got the whole film, it ends, you start beginning, middle, and end, and then they introduce the Joker at the end, and that's incredible. Maybe that's not a good example, but you get the gist. It didn't earn the ending which it proposed to a second film.
Yeah, that's fair. Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, solid.
Second film, you know it's going to be a trilogy, but it's got a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's an all-round good piece of film.
Yeah.
But
maybe it doesn't work by itself, but it certainly ends the earning. It ends the earning. It earns the ending. 100%. And I think that's it.
Other than that, that's about it. So it's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been a fucking... I'm sweating me bollocks off.
It's warm at the minute, B.
It's real hot.
I mean, do you want to tell the story about how you broke the... well, obviously I'd had a few of the lads over here.
Barbecue weather now in Britain, the northeast of England. We were playing keepy-ups for football.
Beat is the clumsiest man you will ever meet.
Ever?
He claims it's because... Well, I'll let you describe it.
Right, my idea is here. They only see the clumsy things I do and dismiss the clumsy things they do in the house because I'm the clumsy guy.
And you're 6'2".
Yeah.
And 3 foot wide.
Yeah.
And something to do with not being able to
have good hand-eye coordination, pituitary gland.
Anyway, so you managed to break my
bathroom plumbing.
Full bathroom.
The whole guttering on the outside of our house.
It's fell down.
It's fell down because I hit it with a corkscrew half volley. that shattered the plastic guttering,
The rivets.
the rivets of the keeping the
Drop
guttering.
the full guttering.
Unfucking believable. It was like a comedy sketch.
Mate, you struck at that.
If that ball hit the alien in Covenant, it would have fucking exploded and never had any
Billy
more
Cruddock's
children.
buddy
Billy
face.
Cruddock's goddamn fucking no-look balls. No, he would have followed Evil David in to fucking get face hugged on.
Right. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. We're both sweating our nads off.
Yeah, we're tired.
And I'm not sure what the next film we're going to be doing is.
Will there be another podcast? Who knows?
for our zero audience at the minute.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll see.
Right.
Small beginners, John.
I've been John.
Yep, my name's B.
Enjoy yourself, peeps. This has been Talking Crass.
Created with free version for non-commercial use.